Our next topic of discussion is the types of fungi. So basically, there are four types of fungi according to the NCERT syllabus which we have to study. And those four types or classes are Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. So we are having four classes of fungi: Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Deuteromycetes, and Basidiomycetes. So let's get started one by one. The very first class of fungi that we have to study is Phycomycetes. Now basically the members first let me tell you that what you have to cover the things under these types of fungi. Firstly, you have to study the habitats in which they grow, in which they live. Then you have to study about the mode of nutrition, then the type of their filamentous structure, the mode of reproduction, and if any special characteristic they are having on. So these are the things which you have to study in all the four classes. So the very first class is Phycomycetes. So the member of the Phycomycetes are found in aquatic habitats and on decaying wood in moist and damp places, or as obligate parasites on plants. Okay? That means the place where they live and the environment in which they survive or which they inhabit, that is aquatic mostly, and they can also grow on dead and decaying woods where moisture is there. Moist and damp places means a little bit wet and warm climate type. Or they can live as obligate parasite. Obligate word means that 100% there are some Phycomycetes which are 100% parasites on some living plants. So they can be either saprophytic because they grow on the decaying woods in moist soil and damp places, or they can be obligate parasites on some plants. So this is the habit and habitat in which they live. Now the character and also the mode of nutrition. They can be saprophytic or they can be parasitic. The type of mycelium, if we consider, is basically aseptate and cenocytic. This I already told you in the beginning, that the mycelium, the hyphae in which there is no wall in between two cells, so the whole filament will be acting as a single filament with a number of nuclei in it, with multinuclear conditions. So in that case, the mycelium will be said to be aseptate. A means not, septate means wall, means they are not having the wall, and they are cenocytic in nature. Cenocytic means multinucleated mycelium. If you consider the mode of reproduction, so they can reproduce asexually by zoospores or by aplanospores. Asexual spores, I told you that how they will grow. Simply any one filament will start bearing rounded fruiting bodies, inside which simple asexual spores will be formed. If those spores are having flagella, they will be called as zoospores. That means they will have the capacity to move. So such spores which are motile in nature and are asexual are said to be zoospores. And there will be some Phycomycetes in which spores are formed which do not have flagella. So such type of spores are said to be aplanospores. So it can be asked in MCQs or in short answers that what are zoospores and aplanospores, or which of the following spores are motile and which is non-motile. So motile means they are having flagella, so they can move. Okay, and non-motile means they do not have flagella. Example is aplanospores. Okay, now so basically the main mode of reproduction in Phycomycetes is asexual reproduction by the formation of the spores. Sexual reproduction also occurs in Phycomycetes by the formation of some sexual spores. Then example is given: mucor, which is a type of fungus. You can see in the picture given over here. Then Rhizopus. This is the most common type of phycomycete, which all of us must have seen. You must have seen that if you keep the bread for long, then a green color or a green to blackish color fungus start growing on that bread. So what is actually that? Those are actually the Rhizopus fungus. Sorry, they are Rhizopus fungus. So mucor is one example. Then Rhizopus is another, which is also known as bread mold. Rhizopus is also known as bread mold. Another example which is given is albugo. Albugo is a parasitic fungi on mustard plant. So basically mucor and Rhizopus, they are saprophytic in nature. Albugo is totally parasite on mustard plant. One thing more, if you remember, we have already studied the binomial nomenclature, in which we have studied the rules for writing the scientific name. So here it's not written in italics, but whenever you will mention the scientific name of the fungus or any organism, be it plant or animal, you have studied that you have to underline those scientific names, isn't it? So if you write in your notes, mention in your notes mucor, Rhizopus and albugo, you are going to underline those words. So these are the three examples of the class phycomycetes. Next is ascomycetes. Now ascomycetes are commonly known as sac fungi. Ascus का मतलब होता है sac. Sac means बोरा. बोरा you all know. ठीक है. So commonly known as sac fungi. They are mostly multicellular. ठीक है. Example Penicillium. You can see the picture of Penicillium over here. Penicillium is also one type of ascomycete fungus. And the only unicellular fungus is yeast, which comes under the class ascomycetes. So yeast, the scientific name of yeast is Saccharomyces. Yeast का scientific name है Saccharomyces. Now you must have studied about you must have read the word penicillin, isn't it? So what is penicillin? Penicillin is an antibiotic. It was the first antibiotic which was discovered, isn't it? So it was obtained from the fungus Penicillium notatum. Okay? The first antibiotic penicillin was discovered from the fungus Penicillium notatum. So Penicillium and Saccharomyces are the example of ascomycetes. Now the mode of nutrition, if we consider, they can be saprophytes, they can be decomposers, they can be parasitic, they can be coprophilous. Coprophilous means they grow on dung. Okay. Then if you talk about the mycelium, so mycelium here is branched and septate. In phycomycetes we have seen that the mycelium was aseptate and cenocytic, isn't it? But here, since septa are present, so obviously the mycelium will be uninucleated, but they are profusely branched. Okay. Now if you consider about the mode of asexual reproduction in them, you can see over here certain types of rounded structures are formed here. So these rounded structures are actually spores. Okay? And the spores of Penicillium are called conidia. 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 Okay? The difference between the formation of zoospores and aplanospores and conidiospores is that zoospores are formed inside the fruiting bodies, inside the circle, isn't it? But in ascomycetes, the conidia, they are formed outside the filaments. Okay, you can see here they are present in form of piles, one on top of the other, isn't it? The conidia, they are born outside on the filaments, while the spores in the phycomycetes, they are born inside the fruiting bodies. So those which are formed outside the fruiting bodies are known as exogenous spores. Exo means bahar, and these two spores, zoospores and aplanospores, they are said to be endogenous spores because they are formed inside the fruiting bodies. Okay. Next example, you can see here basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes are commonly known as mushrooms. This you all must have eaten, isn't it? The most eatable mushroom you can see here, which we commonly eat, that is agaricus. This is known as agaricus. It is commonly called as mushroom. Now, basidiomycetes are also called mushrooms, bracket fungi, or puff balls. These are the common names. Now, the habitat is they grow in soil on logs and tree stumps and in living plant bodies as parasites. Okay, so basically they are saprophytic and parasitic in nature. Okay, for example, two examples are given here: rust and smuts. So rust का scientific name is Puccinia and smut scientific name is Ustilago. So Puccinia and Ustilago are the two parasitic fungus that parasitize the crop plants. Okay. Then if you talk about the mycelium here also is branched and septate. That means they will be uninucleate in nature. So habitat commonly known as mushroom, bracket fungi, or puffballs. They can grow on logs and tree stumps in the living plant bodies as parasites. Mycelium is branched and septate. Examples are rust, which is known as Puccinia. Smut is called Ustilago. Agaricus is called mushroom. Okay, so these are some examples of basidiomycetes. You can see here Agaricus and Puccinia. The diagram is given. Next, the last class which we have to study is deuteromycetes. Spelling is given here wrong. Deutero, DEUTRO. T होगा यहाँ पे, it's missing. So deuteromycetes are known as imperfect fungi. Okay, so why they are known as imperfect fungi? Because they only have the asexual or the vegetative phases in their life cycle and no sexual phase of reproduction. Okay, deuteromycetes, they are known as imperfect fungi. This question has been asked several times in their competitions, that which of the following fungi is called imperfect fungi. So deuteromycetes are called imperfect fungi. Why? Because they do not have any sexual phase in their life. उनमें जो स्पोर से बनते हैं वो भी asexual होगा. वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन से most of the times they undergo reproduction, but not sexual forms. And if at all anyhow in them sexual forms are discovered, फिर वैसे फंगस को जो है वो जो अभी हमने पिछले 3 क्लासेस पढ़े उनमें शिफ्ट कर दिया जाता है. ठीक है, मतलब जो अननोन है, जितने भी अननोन फंगस है जिनको पता नहीं है कि सेक्सुअल फॉर्म्स होते हैं या नहीं, उनको ड्यूट्रोमाइसीट्स में रखा गया है. और जैसे जैसे उनमें सेक्सुअल फॉर्म्स डिस्कवर होते जाते हैं इफ़ एट ऑल, तो उनको एस्कोमाइसीट, फाइकोमाइसीट या बेसोडियोमाइसीट्स में ट्रांसफ़र कर दिया जाता है. ठीक है, ड्यूट्रोमाइसीट्स के जितने भी फंगस होते हैं दे आर मोस्टली सैप्रोफिटिक इन नेचर. दे कैन बी पैरासिटिक ऑल्सो, and large number of them are decomposers which help in mineral cycling. ठीक है, examples are Alternaria, Colletotrichum and Trichoderma. Alternaria, Colletotrichum and Trichoderma. So these are the 3 examples of the class deuteromycetes. Okay, so these are the basically 4 classes: phycomycetes, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes and deuteromycetes. So you must know the habit and habitat, mode of nutrition, type of filament and the mode of reproduction and examples of each of the following classes. Okay, some more examples are given in your NCERT textbook. You can refer from there also. Okay, so this was all about the kingdom fungi.